Hi, friends. I'm Mani, your life branding coach. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how not to assume negatively in life. Now, what are assumptions? Assumptions are like a food baggage which we always carry with ourselves. For example, I had an assumption that I recently got promoted 1 year back, so why would I get my next promotion? And believe me, it was seriously a negative assumption because I did manage to get my promotion because of the push from my manager in my life. Like this, we all make negative, false assumptions in our life. For example, I might assume that my partner has not been speaking to me since last night, so maybe I've done something wrong. Or my parents do not approve of my lifestyle, so they don't love me. So, these all kind of assumptions literally makes what you call as an ass of you and me. A research by Harvard proves that around 70% of the assumptions never become true, they are false. So basically, they are all false evidences which, in our mind, we have set that they are true, they are going to happen. Now, why at all these assumptions happen is because we, over the years, because of our experiences, have developed certain patterns in our mind, and because whenever such a similar situation happens, our brain tells us, oh, you have such a pattern before, so it's better you assume, right? And in the whole process, we literally believe in something which is never going to happen. So, what do you do when you think that you're making assumptions? First of all, is be mindful that you are assuming. That's my tip number one. You have to be mindful. You have to start living in the present and be aware of your thoughts and feelings. And whenever there is an assumption, the second tip is write that down. Now, journaling is such a wonderful tool because whatever you do in your life which you are fearful about, and even about the fears, your goals, your milestones, or anything which you want to do in your life or you want to get rid of in your life, you start writing, because writing puts an imprint on your conscious mind that you want to do it or you want to get rid of it. So when you make an assumption, just write it, and then you need to start asking yourself, why am I assuming it? Is it still right? Is that situation still exists? Maybe you're assuming based on experience which happened probably 10 years ago. World is changing every minute. Your assumption might still not hold true now in today's world, in the present world in which we live, and you're still assuming that's not right. So ask those questions to yourself. Be tough to yourself. Ask difficult questions. And when you have answers to that questions, the intensity and the frequency of your assumptions will also go down. So that's my tip number two. And the third thing is communication. Communication is the key in every single, in finding a solution for every single problem. You need to communicate with the person why at all I am assuming. I mean, you need to clarify that this is a false assumption. For example, you have been trying to get in touch with your friend who is not talking to you since a while, and you assume that he's ignoring you. Not really. Maybe he's having some tough time in his life and he's just trying to come out of that situation. Or maybe he's too busy in making his ends meet. Or maybe there is some painful experience in his life. Maybe he's going under some medical condition and he really cannot keep up to socialize. So it's better to pick up the phone and talk to your friend for whom you are negatively assuming. That's all for today. If you liked this, subscribe to my channel. Thank you. See you next week.